Hello, we are Sornia. As always, we bring greetings of love and encouragement to you. We are here to assist you on your journey. Earth life is a mystery. You have many questions about your journey, and we are here to assist you in understanding some of the mystery. Not all, that's impossible. For as one mystery is solved, a new one pops up. What does that mean? As you evolve, new experiences and new information is made available to you, and you are able to comprehend something, but then something new or mysterious or uncertain will reveal itself to you. That is called creation. So we want to speak a little bit about that with you, about creation and manifestation, and what does that mean for you in your earthly existence. So you are creative beings. You are an expression of a creative energy that you call source or God or creator itself, but you come from that. That is the essence of who you are. Everything comes forth or is born from that divine intelligence that embodies this creative force within it. It is everything. It is what you are. It is what the entire cosmos, the universe, everything is creation. So what does that mean for you in this embodiment in a physical form on earth as a human being? Well, it means a lot. You chose this, going back to what we have discussed with you about your free will and your design of your life. You chose this experience on earth for many reasons, but one of the things that you forget when you will enter the earthly density is that you are part of a bigger picture. You are part of a puzzle. Your existence, you on earth, is a puzzle piece. Without you, something is missing. So your journey is really designed by you to express yourself as that particular puzzle piece, is the best way that we can describe it. When you align with your purpose, knowing it within you, you are an expression of the divine. You understand that what you are doing has importance and significance to the whole. This is why we have suggested to you to understand with your heart and your whole being what it means to be connected to oneness. And we mean oneness, not just the divine intelligence, but everything. Everything on your planet, Mother Earth herself, the stars, the wind, the energy outside of your planet, everything. You are all part of it, but yet you are a unique expression of that creative force. It's designed that way. Seems very difficult to comprehend the importance of this role that you play, given that in human form you are often feeling insignificant. That is not the truth. That is a falsehood. Each life has significance in this weave, this interwoven and complex expression of what you call life. So you come forth as that creative energy. Your physical body knows how to do it without you intellectualizing it. Your physical body and the way it is designed just goes on and creates all that you need in its growth, from an infant to an adult to middle age to finally when you pass. It knows what it's doing. It's been downloaded, if you will, to use your current language, into the design of that physical form that comes through your various subtle bodies that we have spoken of. So it moves, the body moves and grows and goes forward without you really doing a whole lot of thinking. Let's put it that way. You are doing a lot in ways that are very subconscious, but your body's heart beats without you thinking about it. Your breath without you thinking about it. Your cells multiply and divide and grow without you thinking about it. But there is an intelligence behind it that is part of your natural state. That is what we call the creative expression. And it comes into the earthly existence to be expressed in physical form. And this is where the manifestation of the idea of what you are that comes through the ethers, the etheric body, comes forth and makes that expression of who you are in physical form. That's all done without you thinking in the human form. What is important here for you to understand and how things are evolving is, as you have become less dense, so less carbon-based and more crystalline-based, your ability to understand the creative process has increased. It's more possible for you to connect with the energies of your natural state of creativity and creation in order to bring forth those experiences in your life that you so desire to have. This is where it gets a little bit complex and where much mystery still resides. But we want to assure you that you have come forth in order to understand the mystery through what it is that you do for yourself in terms of understanding who you are and that creative impulse. You have come forth in order to unravel some of the mystery surrounding actual manifestation. Many of you are familiar with law of attraction. It is a very familiar term and important law, universal law, to understand how manifestation is really truly part of the creative process. It is a law within the universe. Like attracts like. But it's not just that. You've also learned that your thoughts create your reality. Very important for you to understand that. But in that realm of thoughts, and we are speaking of your mental subtle body that is connected to that thought process, there are many thoughts that you have throughout the day that are very subconscious and very random. You are conditioned by others around you energetically. You are conditioned by the collective consciousness. Many of you are aware of your thoughts momentarily, but not 100% of the time. You might say, well, that's impossible. How can one be aware of their thoughts 100% of the time? Well, that's what you're working to achieve. That's your goal, to understand the thought process in order for you to master that with the ego mind. So that's one area that you are looking to deepen your understanding of how your thoughts create your reality. In what way? And how do you be the master of those thoughts 100% of the time? We don't know how you're going to do that. You see, that is something you chose by coming into this incarnation at this time, to understand this and bring out more information in order to answer some of the mystery surrounding that aspect of manifestation. Another aspect of manifestation that you also are very familiar with is that your feelings and emotions contribute to this experience of creativity and manifestation. But in what way? Many of you aren't even familiar or in touch with your feelings. That is why we have told you at this time the emotional body is very much the center of attention of the forces that work with those of you on earth in your evolution, because as you begin to understand the complexity of that relationship that you have with your physical form and the subtle body that is the emotional body, you will become more comfortable with recognizing your feelings and your emotions. Your feelings and your emotions are so much a deep layer of that manifestation process. Therefore, as you become more aware of how the thoughts and feelings interact, what came first, the emotion or the thought or the emotion, like the chicken and the egg, right? You want to understand how that works within you. This is all within the physical realm, the earthly realm. And it is time for you to do that now, for it is aligned with the forces and the energies that are moving you to a place of your own expansion, your own evolution, and towards what we will discuss further at another time, the Ascension Process. It's all part of it. So, what do you do? Good to know this stuff, but how does one go about really truly understanding this process? Well, we'll go back to the importance of self-awareness, the importance of being in integrity with oneself. How is one in integrity with oneself? By being honest about what it is they are feeling and what it is they are experiencing, making note of it, noticing who you are in physical form, taking all of that into account without judgment, will give you what you need to know about you as a creative human being in this particular time frame. It is aligned with the energies that are moving all of the planet in their evolutionary process, so that you can become the light beings that you are destined to be. We always encourage you quiet time, meditation, long walks in nature, connecting with nature. These aren't anything new or different, but connecting with that understanding of who you really are and knowing it will give you the footing that you need in order to begin to understand how does manifestation occur. In addition to that process of manifesting your desires in physical form, you must keep in mind that you have designed a journey here that is part of a larger, and you are a puzzle piece and part of a larger puzzle. And you designed your life to have certain experiences, both for the individual soul and for the greater good, for the collective. And therefore, certain desires you have may not be what is best for how you have designed your journey. Or the very tension of having the desire for something, seeking to create it and not having it manifest, is the very place that you need to be in order to understand creative energy. We hope this makes sense, because it is the very tension, that very conflict of having a desire and its lack in fulfillment, even though you are optimistic and you do your intentions and you put forth positive feelings, you still do not get your desired result. You want to go back to understanding that very frustration, that tension that you feel. Inside of that is the creative impulse. And that's where you want to go in. When I say go in, or when we say go in, we mean go in to understand it. In what ways? You can write about it. You can draw about it. This is what great creative minds do. You can sing about it. You can dance about it. You can take long walks. Find an outlet that connects you to that so that you can process it in some way, not with your mind, because it creates more tension and more frustration, but with that intuitive mind, with the heart, and feel it and let it go through you in a way that brings about understanding. What is the end result? We can't tell you. That's the beauty of it, because you are creating that. You are creating this experience in order to add to how one manifests. You are using creative energy to expand the universe that you live in, to expand for everyone, for the collective consciousness, for yourself, for all the creatures that walk the planet. Point in fact, we want to bring up something as a side here. The creatures of your planet, those that are not of human origins, your animals, they are evolving just as you are evolving. And they are taking on more of an individualized experience rather than a grouping of one soul. Your domestic creatures, even those not domesticated, but the domestic creatures are coming in as a more individualized soul, like the humans have been doing. They are on their own evolutionary process. How can this happen? One, they have worked at it. These energies, the souls of these various groupings of nature, of animals and insects and such. But what has been significant to this has been mankind's role in the relationships that they have developed with the natural world. It has allowed for greater expansion of the individual groupings of the animals in particular, but also insects on your planet. So just to bring that up, there is a direct result of those who have come forth to understand creative energy and have put forth the efforts to understand it for themselves, how they have contributed to this bigger picture here, which is very vast and very intricately woven. Your role or your place on earth is extremely important, as was said at the beginning. You have a role. You are part of a bigger experience, and you are doing it through your dedication to yourselves and your dedication to others. Never giving up. We see that. We see how all of you, through your struggles, never give up. You always bounce back. We want that you know that all of this has had the benefit of moving you forward in a way in which you are more light, and you have brought more light to the planet, to the universe in which you reside. So continue to seek understanding with open hearts and open minds. Share what you know with those wanting to know. And continue to be an expression of that divine love, that creativity, that creative impulse, and love life as it is. It has much to teach you and much that you can gain from it. As always, we are here to assist you. We love you and want only that you find your way in a peaceful way on this journey. That is all for now. We are Sornia. Our blessings to you. Goodbye.